Joshua 3. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yehoshua died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago, and the letter J is about 600 years old. And Yehoshua in English is Joshua. Yah is a very jealous El. He is so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. He is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. Joshua 3. And Yehoshua rose early in the morning, and they set out from Shittim and came to the Jordan, he and all the children of Israel, and stayed there before they passed over. And it came to be after 3 days that the officers went into the midst of the camp, and they commanded the people, saying, when you see the ark of the covenant of Yah your Elohim, and the priests, the Levites, bearing it, then you shall set out from your place and follow it. Only keep a distance between you and it, about 2,000 cubits by measure. Do not come near it, so that you know which way to go, for you have not passed over this way before. And Yehoshua said to the people, set yourselves apart, for tomorrow Yah is doing wonders in your midst. And Yehoshua spoke to the priests, saying, take up the ark of the covenant and pass over before the people. See, they took up the ark of the covenant and went before the people. And Yah said to Yehoshua, this day I begin to make you great before the eyes of all Israel, so that they know that I am with you as I was with Moshe. And you command the priests who bear the ark of the covenant, saying, when you come to the edge of the water of the Jordan, stand by the Jordan. And Yehoshua said to the children of Israel, come near and hear the words of Yah your Elohim. And Yehoshua said, by this you shall know that the living El, capital E with a half a check mark on top of it, El, I just say El, it could be El, could be El, knowing some people's cultural pronunciations. I just say El. Is in your midst, and that he is certainly driving out from before the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Hivites and the Perizzites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Jebusites. See, the ark of the covenant of the master of all the earth is passing over before you in the Jordan, into the Jordan. And now take for yourselves 12 men from the tribes of Israel, 1 man from every tribe. And it shall be as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests who bear the ark of Yah, the master of all the earth, come to rest in the waters of the Jordan, that the waters of the Jordan are cut off, the waters that come down from upstream, and stand as a heap. And it came to be, when the people set out from their tents to pass over the Jordan, with the priests bearing the ark of the covenant before the people, and as those bearing the ark came to the Jordan, and the feet of the priests bearing the ark dipped in the edge of the water, now the Jordan overflows all its banks during all the time of harvest, that the waters which came down from upstream stood still and rose in a heap very far away at Adam, AD with a line underneath of it, AM, the city that is beside Saraheth, Tsarethan, and the waters going down into the sea of Araba, ARAB with a line underneath of it, AH, the salt sea, were completely cut off, and the people passed over opposite Jericho, and the priests during the ark of the covenant of Yah stood firm on dry ground in the midst of the Jordan, and all Israel passed over on dry ground until all the nation had completely passed over the Jordan. That's really cool. So not only did he split the ocean once, but he split the ocean basically twice. I mean, it was a river that you could cross, but it was deep. It's got to be deep in some areas. They didn't want to stumble in, so they just made it dry. Well, the ark, Yah did it. Yah made it dry.